Hey YouTube, I want to do an updated EDC video. It's really been a while. Let's go through some of the boring stuff. First, of course, everybody nowadays has a cell phone. Everybody has a wallet. This is a Maxpedition, I don't know what it's called, Maxpedition Spartan maybe, something like that. It's a nice wallet. It's too long this way though. It'd be better if it was about that big. If you're wearing jeans, this can fall out of your back pocket, so beware. Keys, truck keys, house keys, and every other key, keys to places at the gun range, whatnot. There's a self-defense keychain, a zinc whack. Master Rob Moran, Belmont, Massachusetts designed this thing. It's basically a sleeve, a ring, paracord, lock and carabiner. You slip this over your finger like so. In a situation, you can easily pull this out, and now you have some keys dangling from your hand, okay, that can be swung and used to dissuade your opponent from whatever they're intent on doing. And it's on your hand, and you're gripping it, so it's not coming off, and it could be swung very, very hard and fast. There's been some non-believers about this. I've gotten some negative comments about this keychain in my last video, and all I have to say to that is shun the non-believers. Shun them. No, seriously, I mean, I can understand their point. I do carry a lot of keys. I think a lot of people do. In terms of force, how about we do this? After Halloween, when the kids are done with the pumpkins, we see what this thing can do on a pumpkin, okay? And that should settle the score. Settle it. Shun the non-believer. You'll be impressed. Knives. I like to carry some kind of folding knife with me. Okay. Pretty much every day. Thing about a folding knife, it really depends on whether or not I'm carrying a firearm. My knife choice will change. In general, I like to carry a folder like this. Or lighter. This is pretty light. It's the Three Sisters Forge tactical folder. It's called the Beast. It can be deployed with one hand. It's hard to do this with the camera around, of course, right? There it is. Thick, nasty, sharp. This is just, check out my Three Sisters Forge Beast video. This is incredible piece of equipment. Gorgeous. Firearms. Told you in my last video I like the Glock 26. It does a lot of things in terms of everyday carry that you would like, and it has lots of firepower, extremely reliable. So I'm staying with the Glock 26. Here it is. It's been safety checked. It's a fantastic firearm for everyday carry. It is thick. You have to be able to deal with that. Okay? Otherwise, if you don't like that, that's not the firearm for you. Inside the waistband is the way I prefer to carry it, using a Super Tuck, Crossbreed Super Tuck holster. This thing's very, very comfortable. It's very, very well made. Lots of reviews out there. It's leather, Kydex, metal clips. This thing is fantastic. It's now worn to the shape of me, it'll warm the shape of you. This is cowhide. I highly recommend this. It's great. This is my kid texting me, so I'm going to text her back, but put you on pause and get back to you. Okay, I'm back. Teenage daughter stuff. So back to the Glock. Glock, it's got, when I do carry, it's got one in the pipe. And 10-round magazine. These happen to be Spear Gold Dot rounds, and I'm very, very effective, very, very good round to use for self-defense. I don't always carry a spare magazine. It's true. It really depends. That's one of the things, and you have to think about, how much crap can you carry or bear to carry. That's my daughter again. There's a boy that likes her, and he's over. They're upstairs, but they're being watched, and she's wondering if I'm all right. Okay, second magazine. Do I carry it or not? Like I said, it depends how much shit you're carrying with you, really, and sometimes you might have to sacrifice this. The advantage of a second magazine is not so much that you're going to be spraying rounds all over the place. Very, very, very few instances, if any, actually documented have indicated that people in a self-defense situation actually ever had a reload. You don't. But what this does, it allows you to take care of many and many of the problems with the that can happen with a semi-auto pistol. For instance, when it jams or fails to feed, you can drop your magazine, reload with a fresh magazine. This will usually solve your problem. So that's a very good argument for carrying one with you. And if you do all the time, fantastic. I don't all the time. I really do. It's situational for me, very much so. Okay, and then now if you have your gun, okay, and it's in its holster and somebody's trying to grab it and they have your arm, right, and you have your hand on the gun or your hand on their hand, okay, so they're going for your gun and you're trying to block them. How do you get them off you? You have to think about the possibility of when you're carrying a firearm that it may be, in fact, you may be challenged for it. It might be somebody might try to grab it from you. You need a last line of defense. You need something that can be quickly deployed so you can avert that. Okay. My solution to that is to wear a K-bar TDI weak side in this position on the belt. So where I would grab it like this with my offhand, draw it in while you're holding down the person's arm, right, that's trying to get your gun, you can deploy this and discourage them from continuing. Very, very important to think about. What would you do if somebody tried to grab your gun? What would you do? Very, very important. See if I forgot anything. Pair of sunglasses. This is pretty much what I'm carrying every day when I'm permitted to carry a firearm with me. If I don't carry the firearm, I don't usually carry this with me. Okay, so sans the firearm, it looks a little bit different. Now, what's nice this time of year in the Northeast, it starts to get cool. You wear a longer jacket, you wear warmer clothes, bulkier clothes. You can start thinking of carrying another larger firearm. My solution to that, and this is largely because of the quality of the holster. My solution to, celebration of the fall is to sometimes switch to the 1911 and carry that. Let's make this safe. Okay, gun safe. Smith & Wesson 1911. I really, really like it. I did a video on it. This has just been fantastic. Lots of fun. And this is carried in a Gary Bromlin MaxCon 5 holster inside the waistband. Now, I have to tell you, you can see it's now shaped. I have to tell you, this holster is off the scale of amazing. Look how thin that thing is. Man, it just carries beautifully, and of course you need a good belt, which I'll get to in a second. But this makes the 1911 for me very, very carryable. And in fact, I bought this holster beginning of the summer. I carried the 1911 a hell of a lot this summer, actually. I had a lot of occasion to carry, lots of IDPA and things like that, and practicing for IDPA. 1911 in this was just off the scale of great. And again, the second magazine option is to get a leather magazine, you wear it like this, you can pull out your magazine easily, and again, you carry this second magazine on your belt for the same reason I mentioned before. These magazines I've been very, very happy with, by the way. These are, let's see if we can get that to focus, Kimber Tac Mags, Kimber Pro Tac Mag magazines. They've been really, really good. Really, really nice magazine. The big issue is how do you carry all that stuff. Again, get yourself a really good, in this case, a Beltman belt. Check out the Beltman. Jim's a good guy, makes really nice high quality stuff. This belt is super heavy duty. It's got a reinforcer in it, double ply bull hide. Serious piece of equipment. Costs you almost $100 or about $100, but it makes carrying a firearm totally different. It changes the ball game. Highly recommend looking into a serious gun belt. A good belt's not necessarily a good gun belt. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching.